fine. The club active this week in allowing David Nugent to go. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's the kind of player that you are 50-50 because he's a player who has done an amazing job here as a player, as a person. He's the kind of player that who, for a manager, is amazing to have a player like him in the squad. But again, I said always that I want the best for my players, and he thought that the best place for him is Derby. I think it's a good place for him, and I'm really pleased, and I hope that he can go promotion again. I think it would be the third or the fourth for him, because again I wish him all the best.
So that's Nugent out. Can you just clarify the situation with Stuart Downing at present?
The situation is that Stuart Downing is training with us. He's a player who can play on Saturday, so I don't understand. I don't know what's happening with this one.
Would you allow him to go on loan or permanent if the right offer came in?
Is it always that a player who wants to leave and Middlesbrough and the other club are with the transfer? I am always trying to find to sell a player, to buy a player, to send a player on loan, to bring a player on loan from other places. All the parties to agree, and if Stuart wants to leave and the clubs agree and everybody's happy, yes, of course.
Have you been pleased with what he's brought to the table so far this season in the Premier League? He obviously played, I think, the first 8 or 9 games, but he's been on the bench recently.
Yeah, if you see the figures of Stuart since he arrived here, how many games he's played, how many minutes he's played. I said at the beginning of the season that he was an important player because he was the few players who had played in Premier League, and he played, for example, against Man United when Fisher got injured. 10 minutes he went to the pitch, so maybe he's playing on Saturday. So again, I think I said that he is an important player for this team and for this club, and I still think the same.
If the right offer came in for him from a Premier League team, whether it be a permanent or a loan deal, would the club allow him to move to a rival?
If the club thinks that again it's good for the club, it's good for the club, it's good for the player, and good for the club, I can say anything.
How is Rudy settling in? He was on the bench at the weekend, and we spoke to him yesterday. He seems as though he's matured in the last year since he's in the Premier League at Aston Villa. How is he settled in amongst the group?
He's really good. He knew Brad Wilson and Adama Traore and Jordan when he was playing with them, so it's easy when you arrive to a new place and you know people there, and it was a shame because I was considering to play last game, but with the sending off it was impossible. But again, I said that he's a good dad for us. He will play for sure because he's bringing us a different thing that we don't have now.
A lot of names mentioned, obviously with it being the January transfer window. How serious, if any, is the club's interest in Robert Snodgrass?
Again, I can't come here to say Snodgrass or Hesse or Dolofeu or Bojan or it's the same. The only thing that I know is that we brought this season Victor Orta here to the club. I'm more than pleased with him. He's working really good, and I trust him 150%. And he knows what I think, and I told him that I don't want to know anything at the beginning because he knows my thoughts, and when everything is more or less done, I will know. But again, he's working really well. The club is working, and the aim once again is to finish the transfer market with a better squad we will have now.
Is that the sort of position, if you are looking to strengthen this month, is that what you're looking for in that final third? You mentioned some of the names that you can link to it, of course.
Yes, and I said 2 weeks before that the position that we need to strengthen is the wings, because I think we need more pace, especially when we have the ball, and we are trying to bring the best players as possible.
Daniel Ayala suspended for 3 matches. I suppose the club just have to accept that. Was that disappointing that you failed to get that overturned?
Yeah, because now, especially with Boro injured, is another defender who we've lost. But I understand, as you can understand his frustration, because he was important part of this team last season or 2 seasons ago, and now he wasn't playing. And now when you play, sometimes you want to show that you want to play again, and sometimes you make those mistakes. But again, he will be out for 3 games. At the moment, we are more than good, so I think he'll learn from that mistake.
You say you think you've got enough cover defensively, yeah?
Yes, I think so. We have Bernardo, we have Pivo, we have Chambers. We brought in again Del Frey, so we are covered now.
How pleased have you been with the reaction to the defeat and the manner of the defeat to Manchester United with the draw against Leicester and then of course the win last weekend?
Good, because it was a really frustrating defeat against Man United, but I told them after the game that the performance had been really good, and playing in the way, at least we could draw the game against Leicester, and we were much better than Sheffield, even when a player with less player.
And obviously Watford up next, just 3 points above you in the table, so you can draw level with them. Is it a feeling that you maybe owe them one after the last time, probably one of Middlesbrough's poorer performance of the season?
No, I didn't think it was a poor performance, because we did a lot of things. In the first half, I think we played really well. Our level at that moment was that level, because after the game I couldn't say anything bad about the players, because they did everything. Watford just shot one on target and they scored that goal, but I like it a lot, the attitude of the players, and the game before, I think West Ham had been, and after West Ham the attitude against Watford, and then Arsenal and Bournemouth and Man City, I think it was the best to play with that attitude. And now we know that playing that day we lost, so we know that we have to try to win, and now we have more experience. We are now again more experience. I think it's crucial to have that experience.
Can I ask you about some news today down at West Ham? Dimitri Payet's, Slaven Bilic has come out and said Dimitri Payet's refused to play, and they will keep him. They'll not allow him to go. As a fellow manager, have you ever come across that before? And if so, how difficult is it to deal with?
I didn't know, but we had here the same situation with Abel, and he came to my office. He handled the transfer request, and I think 3 weeks, 1 month later, he was scoring. He was hugging me on the pitch. So it's the only player that they have in that situation.
So, for a manager, is it the kind of thing it can change? It sounds like it can change on a daily basis. But I mean, I suppose it's more difficult for Bilic because it is a.
Yeah, but I can't say, because I don't know the player's point of view. I don't know the manager's point of view. I knew what happened with Albert at the moment. I knew what happened with me, with the team, with the club. So I prefer to not say anything about them, because I don't know what's happening 100%.
Thanks, Aitor.
Aitor, could just ask another one about Watford. They won in the cup last week, but they've been having a hard time in the Premier League. Do you think this could potentially be a good time to go and play them?
You never know, because sometimes you think it's a good time because they are not in a good run, but they need to win the game. They need 3 points, but we need the 3 points. They are experienced, and they are a consistent team, so you never know. But once again, we have to think about ourselves. We need to know that they beat us 2 or 3 months ago, and now we have more experience, and we can and we have to try to beat them, because it's a direct opponent, and we need to try to win again.
And how important, Aitor, do you think the January transfer window will be for those teams in the bottom half of the Premier League, in terms of those teams which are going to go down and those teams which are going to survive? How important do you think the January transfer window might prove to be?
I think the big job is in the summer, because we're in the position where we are now because we've worked really well in the summer. And now, if you can add something, it can be good. But again, I don't think there are a lot of players, a lot of clubs which have changed a lot just in this transfer window. I think it's just to try to improve a few things, because the players who are coming or the players who are leaving are players who are not playing at that moment. So it's difficult to improve. But again, for me, the main market is in the summer.
And one of the important things about the Watford game, do you think it is because if you were to win it, it drags teams like Watford into the mix, so that there's a greater chance that you're not going to be one of those teams in the bottom three at the end of the season?
Yeah, but again, I want to think, and I am always thinking about ourselves, and to try to win the games, to forget the opponents, and thinking ourselves. Winning the games, we will reach a position on the table. So now is a direct opponent. We played against them 2 seasons ago. We know that it's going to be a tough game, but again, I am really positive because we are now much stronger than we were 2 months ago.
And with your league position and number of points, are you where you thought you might be back in August?
Yeah, I think so. And more than the points, I said always, I am really pleased with the performance, with the attitude, because we are showing everybody that we are adding experience. We are a really consistent team, and now we are scoring goals like in the cup, and being in the way that we are consistent, we will win games.
Ben Gibson's earned a lot of praise with his performances this season, linked with 1 or 2 big clubs in the media. Is that a testament to how well he's done? The fact that he has been linked with big name moves in the summer, is that a testament to how well he's done, do you think, this season?
Yeah, he's doing well because the team is doing really well, and the team did really well last season, and the team did really well 2 seasons ago. So when one player, especially one defender, is playing well, is because the team, from the defensive point of view, is playing really well, but not last season, last 3 seasons. So he has a lot of potential. Top teams are speaking about him. The national team is speaking about him, but the main thing for him is to forget everything, because he's playing. If he plays on Saturday against Watford, and if he thinks other kind of things, he can make a big mistake, because he's from here, he's from the academy, and in the future we will see.
And does that make it a difficult time of year for a Premier League manager, when players might be a little bit distracted by what's being said about them? It's social media, the media?
Yeah, but it's our job to try to keep them 100% focused on the pitch, on the training ground, on the meetings, on the games, because till the day that they are in our club, they have to do their best.